Sunday at the Masters began at sunup. The leaders returning to their positions last left at sundown. Vijay Singh had slept on a 3-shot lead. Right away, David Duval challenged the morning chill with a birdie attempt at 15. Singh was in danger of surrendering a stroke at 17 until he coaxed home a saving par. Duval had a chance to inch closer, but his birdie clipped the hole. Morning at Augusta maintained a 3-shot lead for Singh, who was fully aware of one Saturday charge. He can see that Tiger Woods has taken strides to challenge in the final round of the Masters.
David Duval, 215 yards. Starts it way right. Well, it's an excellent shot just to hit this green in 2, but when you're 2 behind with 4 holes to play on Sunday afternoon at the Masters, well, that won't please him. Vijay now 210 yards. He'll think about that. This is 16.
And Ernie Els, who backed off as Duval reached the green. 6-iron now for Ernie Els. 2 back, 3 to play. Brilliant. Downhill putt, but probably within 12 feet. Back to 15.
And what does the big man from Fiji do now? He heard the roar. 2 shots of a lead. Can't afford to go long and left here. Certainly can't afford to be short. That's a fantastic shot. That might be the shot of the tournament right there.
Doesn't get any better than that, David.
No,
That is one brilliant shot.
Well, Ernie Els asked the question, and there is the answer right there.
A nice sweeping hook, takes it up there, takes it right out, closes the toe down over the heel, brings it in there. Excellent distance, and watch it. Takes the slope. It doesn't get any better than that, David.
Now, Kenny, the margin for error there, if that ball flies another 5 yards, it hits the downslope at the back and could easily go in the water in front of the 16th tee. 10 yards shorter, it's in the water. Just superb.
I guess when you're playing as well as he is, I guess you don't think about those things. We think about those things, though.
And he looks loose. He knows that this is one possible disaster averted. The 16th tee.
5-iron for Lauren Roberts. And the body language tells you everything you want to know. Catches the ridge, leads himself a good 40 feet below the hole. Back to 15.
And a tremendous ovation for just a wonderful shot. But how quickly things can change here. It's not over yet. Earlier at 18.
Tom Lehman finishing, looking for birdie.
Dead center, and Lehman finishes at 3 under par, round of 69. And in 6th place all by himself right now.
17.
This a little while ago, the 17th hole, this very difficult back right pin placement. Only 2 birdies until Mickelson crashed that one in. That ball would have gone maybe 6-7 feet by. Very slippery around the cup. Now Tiger saw the drive up the left-hand side. Last year there was a new tee added. The fairway was narrowed. The tree, Tiger had to play under and around. That was added for this year's tournament. 90 yards short of the green dictated that pitch and run. Very difficult to judge. To the 15th.
Well, it'll be David Duval to putt first. Down the slope, right to left. Really needed to get it a lot closer than this. Who knows? Stranger things have happened. It's a tough putt to leave short, Kenny.
Oh, it's all speed. When you get going downhill, it's like putting down a marble staircase. I know he's still got to be thinking about 13, David.
Has to be. Has to be.
Anything here in a 5-foot range would be fantastic.
Oh boy.
What a touch.
What an effort. Well, a birdie 4. But 13, 14, and 15 didn't really make up any ground. Hanging in there, though. Now 2 shots behind, but probably only for a little while. VJ now really with a makeable putt. A little bit left, right. He's had plenty of time to look. I like the way he's getting up to it. Not wasting any time. This would be a nail in the coffin. Right on line. Well, I didn't expect him to hit it firm and straight though, Kenny.
No, I didn't expect that to be going too fast when it got near the hole.
Well, he has hit the ball better than anyone else in the field this week. His putting, which can sometimes let him down, has been superb.
I've been very impressed by his short putts, David.
Yes, he's looked very confident all week. And that's sort of a, I don't know, that's a, is that a smile? Earlier at 16.
And a moment ago, David, this was Loren Roberts. And he'll, sadly, for the Roberts family, have to settle for a 3. Now, Ernie Els for birdie. It's going to stay right. Well, the younger contingent has fired and fallen back today. And we go to 17.
This was earlier. Just about 90 feet for Tiger Woods. That very difficult second shot ran back down the ledge to the front edge of the green. Very difficult putt. And really not a bad result from that range and as fast as it is around the cup. Now, live. Tiger 4 under, VJ 10 under. Davis Love playing alongside Tiger, 2 under par. Maybe a closer battle than Davis has had with Tiger in the past, but neither one of them is going to win, so perhaps it's all meaningless. To the 16th.
And the leader, Vijay Singh, 7-iron. Well, he's come up considerably short. seems remarkably placid, but one can only imagine the emotions churning inside. 37-year-old Vijay Singh in quest of his second major. He's been a professional for 18 of his 37 years. Turned pro, Fiji, joined the PGA Tour in '92. Now David Duval, likewise a 7-iron. That catches the ridge as well. Well, remarkably, Kenny, you think back to Duval's decision-making at 13. It's not often you'd say that a man earned a championship with a bogey and a par, but think of his play at 11 and 12 for Vijay Singh.
Well, the 5 he made at 11, Vern, was just spectacular. And then 12, getting a good break. He was up in the trees where Norman hit it the other year and came back in the bunker, but he played 2 superb bunker shots, one at 7 and the other one at 12. So he's earned the position, but walking behind him is David Duval, and I know he's not going to let 13 get out of his mind for a long time.
One of the magnificent moments in sport. The beauty of the 16th hole and the Sunday stroll of the leader, Vijay Singh. That almost would have amounted to a point counterpoint with Duval on the first 9 here. Duval with a birdie, Singh would answer. Let's go to 17.
Ernie Els. This tee moved just a little bit to the right for this year's tournament, so the line around the Eisenhower pine, that huge tree down the left-hand side, a little easier. And only one of the long hitters can carry up over the slope, get some roll, and have the shortish iron to perhaps attack this pin placement, but so dangerous. The 18th tee.
Tiger.
He blistered that one. Boy, that is long. Those bunkers are not even in play. The ones in the 2 bunkers to the left in the fairway.
17.
Now Lauren Roberts, important for him to hit this one straight. The Eisenhower pine, well, he might have gone through the branches, and you can see he didn't get it up the slope. He's going to have a very long second shot. Back to the 16th.
And the leaderboard just behind the 16th. And Vijay Singh.
You know, Vern, watching these 2 men walk up to 16 and watching the spectators, there is no doubt everybody around that watches golf could take a page from here. They're the finest in the world, without a doubt.
Both knowledgeable and appreciative. This will test his nerve. And that's a rather tepid response. He's still going to have to steel himself. David Duval, 3 back. My, how he needs this. So for Duval at 3, we go to 18.
Wood second.
Only from 90 yards. Hole today cut only 25 feet over the bunker.
16.
David Duval safely in with a par 3. And now Vijay Singh to maintain his 3-stroke margin. The lead is 2 with 2 to play. So play is through the 16th on Sunday in Augusta. The drama is still building. A 2-shot lead for Vijay Singh.
A few moments ago, Ernie Els, look at that pin placement, way back right. Anything long goes straight down a steep slope, leaving a very difficult chip. An excellent shot, a little short of the pin. Only Greg Norman and Sergio Garcia closer than that ball all day. Back on the tee, Vijay, who generally likes to play a fade. This hole sets up very comfortably for a player who moves the ball right to left. Just the 2-shot lead now over Duval and Els. Quite important to find the fairway so you can control the second. You don't want to fly out a shot with no spin, going in fast around the cup. Beautiful drive. David Duval already in good position. Duval also favors the fade. Looks as if he played a powerful draw that time. Both players in good position. Up on the green, Lauren Roberts had 180 yards to go in his second shot. Ernie Els only 135. Needing a couple of birdies, but how can you attack from 180 to this pin placement? Stop now. Almost putting off the green. Up ahead at 18.
Mid-tagger for birdie.
No, that's a misread right there. That's kind of a grin saying, oh boy.
Back to 17.
Ernie sizing up this birdie putt. Ernie, before this tournament, had played 6 Masters. He'd made 5 cuts. 5 times he'd been in the top 10, entering the last round, and only once had he managed to finish in the top 10. Tied for 8th in 1994, his first visit to Augusta. But determined to play better in the major tournaments this year, disappointing the last 2 years for Ernie, twice the US Open champion. Pretty good. December, January, winning in South Africa, chasing Tiger in Hawaii. Little left to right, it's very fast. So close with the birdie putt back on the 14th green. Very close here. Everything suggests that ball's going to trickle just a fraction to the right. Played beautifully. Had a horrid finish to his first round. Was 3 under par. Double bogey at 15. Bogey at the 17th. Shot 72 and the leading score was 68. I think he felt that could have just caught the left-hand side and moved him to 8 under. And this first putt for Lauren Roberts, the boss of the Moss, and just the renowned superb putter. One of the worst putts I think we've ever seen from Lauren Roberts, but perhaps trying to be just that little bit extra aggressive. 4th place at 6 under. Birdie would have moved him to 8 under. Who knows what that would have done. Now struggling to stay 6 under. Watch the rhythm and the head still beautiful. Just copy that stroke. If you can do that, you're going to be a fantastic putter. Good save for Roberts, but a disappointing par in some ways for Els. To the 18th green.
Well, just when you thought he was charging, he had the close range look at birdie at 9 that failed and would make 1 birdie. That's all on the back. It'll be the second best showing for Tiger at the Masters, 5th. He started 5th and he'll end in 5th today. Back to 17.
Well, it's going to be David Duval first. Just 1 yard further away than VJ. 138 yards to go. And one of the most difficult hole placements you've ever seen from 138 yards to attack. Just 4 yards of green behind that flag. Plenty of room over the sand. Yesterday's pin placement tucked in right behind the bunker. 2 behind. He'll be lucky if that stays on the green. Most balls from that position have rolled off the green. Lauren Roberts did just a couple of minutes ago. In yesterday's winds, that would have rolled off the green.
No, 32. Yeah, right at the flag. No, they had to lay the flag.
The ideal spot
is
realistically 10 or 12 feet short of the pin. That's the safe play. Don't get pin high. Don't risk going over the green. The closest all day. Superb. A lot of encouragement from his Scottish caddy Dave Rennick. An excellent shot after the shaky bogey at the previous hole. The 18th tee.
Ernie Els. Birdie appears to be a must.
There's no doubt about that, Jimmy. He has to make 3. He can't look at any other number but 3, and he's off to a good start right there.
Let's send you out to the play now at the 17th.
Thank you, Bill. David Duval walking all the way around to the back edge of the green to sum up his putt. Duval, who came into the Masters last year with 4 wins under his belt. That had only been done twice in 40 years. Arnold Palmer and Johnny Miller had done it. But this year, still number 2 in the world rankings, although with Tiger's brilliant play so often overlooked. But coming in very confident, knowing that most parts of his game were very close, just needed to pull things together, and we've seen some great putting from Duval. But this one a little further away than he would have liked with that short iron downwind. And I have to just stress the brilliant shot by VJ. We've seen some shaky long putting from VJ, that horrid putt at the 8th when he was going for an eagle, then the 10th, and then the last hole, just leaving it too far away. If he'd left a long putt at the 17th green, it's one of the most difficult greens to judge, especially this top part of the green, the raised portion back right. And David Duval, even though he and his caddy Greg Rita would have known that this pin placement was likely to be here for the last round, they would have looked at this from all angles during practice. They would have played practice putts to this hole. They still aren't too sure. Augusta National applied some different practices to this green in the preparation for the tournament. The green, the hardest, the firmest last year. A lot of good shots were bouncing over the green. It was the third hardest hole on the course. And this year, it's held the good shots, and if a shot wasn't under control, it would skip on through. Uphill, just a little bit left to right. It's been a little slower than most players have expected today. That's been a common result. Lauren Roberts smashing it by being an exception. So Duval not able to apply any extra pressure. And Vijay a chance to move 3 ahead. First of all, the 18th.
And Lauren Roberts.
That was not a very long tee shot. They left him 170 yards.
Well, now. Yeah, it's coming back, Kenny.
Here we go. Come on. Here we go.
Back to 17.
Vijay didn't get out of his routine, didn't take extra time as Duval had done, but he's run this by further than he would have liked. In fact, he's gone outside Duval's ball. Vijay, he has certainly paid his dues as far as a professional golfer. Turned professional in 1982. Played all over the world, won tournaments in 12 different countries. He's won 7 times in Europe. He won a number of tournaments all around Africa. Joined the tour, the United States tour, in 1993. Well, it was a fairly simple putt. It needed to be, with obviously the heart pounding after the miss at 16. And a little chat with Dave Rennick. Pity I didn't make a birdie, but at least I made a par. 2-shot lead. Brilliant tee to green game. Now Duval to stay within 2. Very important to stay within 2, and the birdie bogey possibility on the 18th. Well done. 3 under for the round today, Duval. Vijay started 3 ahead. 2 under for the round today. Let's go to the 18th.
This was earlier. Ernie Els.
From 126 yards, and very well knows he needs to make birdie. And knocks it past, but hold on. Here we go.
He's giving himself a chance.
You bet. Every time I see a ball come back, I think of Sandy Lau when he hit it out of the bunker and hung up there and rolled all the way back and made birdie at the 18th hole to win the Masters. Duval will be first to drive at 18 here. I'm just amazed watching all these players, the talent they have, and one of the years that I played in this, see the second shots, the short irons compared to the irons that all of us used to hit into these 18th holes. He's off to a good start to try to make birdie.
Still has a chance.
Vijay, all he needs is par. Sounds like an easy chore, doesn't it? But it's for the Masters. He's played the whole par, birdie, par.
How about how casually he walked up and made the second putt at 17?
I tell you, that was amazing. He didn't take any time at all, and I mean, that was pressure right there.
Especially after having missed one on the previous hole.
He likes it. He likes it. And well, he should.
He carved it around the corner. He doesn't know that up ahead, Ernie Els has a chance to make things really interesting if he can hold the birdie. Loren Roberts, though, in the meantime, looking for a share of second. Boy, he did hole some putts, though, on the first 9.
That putt he made at number 9 was, I mean, that was brilliant.
4th position for Loren Roberts. Late blooming professional who for 5.5 years was an assistant pro at San Luis Obispo Country Club.
That putt at 9 was only 30 feet from ball to hole, but it was 50 feet the way it took his big break.
When he was back working as an assistant, he just would practice the putting green just outside the shop into the late night hour, and eventually his game again developed very late to be able to perform on this stage with the best. And now Ernie. His first memory, Kenny, of this tournament back in 1978. He was 10 years old. Remembers watching the Masters, watching Gary Player from his homeland win the 3rd green jacket, watching with his father, who's in the gallery here today.
I was talking to his father, his wonderful gentleman, on the practice tee when Ernie was hitting golf balls. As Henry Longhurst would say, there's nothing more to do now than just watch.
Yeah. The shutters clicking in the background.
What does that remind you of? Hubert Green, remember?
1978, right here on this screen.
Why would they take a picture of someone who hasn't stroked the ball yet? That's uncalled for. That's a shame. That's a shame.
You have to understand the game.
Well, evidently he didn't. So he has to regroup himself now, go through the same routine, just like it's the first time up there.
Good stroke. Oh. Didn't come as much as he thought.
What a shame. And now it's down to 1 for another.
And a look with a little discuss for a moment. Direction of that distraction. Mentioned earlier, his driver back home. A good friend won the lottery last night back home in South Africa. He received word this morning.
That's how close it came. He just thought, I think when he got halfway, he thought he made it. He really did.
No sweepstakes, it appears, for Ernie here. And a green jacket, we've said for years since we first saw him, that come out in '92 on American soil, that he seemed a perfect candidate for a green jacket.
He would make a great Masters champion. BJ would like to have it just about where Loren Roberts had, between just a little right of the hole. Just a little right of the hole. He'll take it right there. Here we go.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
back, and it's going to be just where Loren Roberts was. Right, you could put a spot on it almost.
That's all he had to do.
That's all he wanted to do. You don't want to miss this green left. It's impossible to get up and down in 2. And he knows now that he can 2-putt from there, and 2 putts, no matter what David Duval does, he wins the green jacket.
See if he can make him work a little harder for it.
Well, he'll be firing it up.
Man.
He had 123 yards, but he drove into a divot. Ball was in a divot.
Guarantee there's a divot there now.
Yes, sir.
Well, the walk of a champion. We can talk about what he did at 11-12, but what he did yesterday in high winds here is what really won him this golf tournament.
I tell you what, you don't know how difficult. In all the years I've been at 13, I have never seen 13 playing so difficult. When you tried to pitch the ball, you couldn't get the ball close. It was impossible. And he shot 2 under par there, and I'll tell you what, the course in the afternoon was 3 to 4 shots harder than it was in the morning.
Now Duval is way back in the fairway. You talk about a shot that you have a hard time spinning. You do have a backstop, Kenny, but there was only one thing on Duval's mind this week, and that was to win it.
They got a bad break driving into a divot, but look at right now. Ernie Els is in at 7 under. Duval is 7. Lauren Roberts is in at 6. So now to protect the tie for second with Ernie, could fall into a tie for third with Lauren Roberts. But he's got to be a little bit long here and get that backstop, so have it come back down. Or he might play one of those brilliant pitches he did at 14 yesterday.
Oh, what a shot. Oh.
That's about as good as you could do right there. He didn't have any room to work with over that bunker. From the front, it's only 25 feet from the fringe of the green.
Standing ovation for him. He revealed Friday night, told us that the Masters had been on his mind for 6 months. Every move he made, every practice ball, every weight he had lifted, his diet, everything had been gearing up to be in shape, to be ready for this event.
Well, he was ready, Jimmy. There's no doubt about it. And again, you look at the swing with Ernie Els coming in and missing putts at 17, 18. And then VJ had 11 and 12, and David Duval at 13. You know, it's such a fine line between winning and not winning.
He's going to go ahead and finish. And VJ then will have the stage alone. The story that going to be told by so many in the days ahead about Vijay Singh is still so remarkable to me to realize that a young man can come from a island nation, a nation comprised of some 1,000 islands out in the Pacific, can bring it all the way to this point, to this level, golf's highest.
All now to stay tied for second, and no way.
Oh, boy.
And he's got about 2.5 feet left for his 5. That will drop him back with Lauren Roberts.
Tied for third.
The last 6 holes were not kind to him.
And Ernie Els, VJ's partner, and all the foursome and 4-ball competitions at the most recent President's Cup, will finish second. So the odyssey for VJ continues from Fiji to Malaysia to Borneo to England to Ponte Vedra, where he lives now, to Augusta. Go out in style.
Yes. If you're going to do it right. That brilliant. There is no doubt, Jim, he played the best golf of the week. And the best golfer this week won the tournament.
It's a small world, Kenny. It really is. All you have to do is look at Vijay Singh. From Fiji to Georgia, Vijay has conquered all, and he's won a second major, a first green jacket. His son, Cass, who had taped that message to his bag, "Papa, trust your swing." His wife, Ardina, and you won't find a greater family effort in golf than these three. If you want to find Vijay, his wife, and his only child on a Saturday night, just go to the range at any tour stop. They're there taking notes for him, instructing him, giving him little reminders. And he had never had success here. Putting had always troubled him here. You know, this is a man who's gone to the long putter, to the left hand low and everything. But Ardina told him, come into this week with a different mindset. Believe in yourself. Think that you can make the putts.
Let's take one more look at that putt. What a way to go out. Look at this. Dead center.
Some said he never would win here. Couldn't putt the greens at Augusta well enough to win. He trusted his swing on orders from his son. He trusted the confidence instilled in him by his wife. What a performance. Vijay Singh is the 2000 Masters champion. Let's walk through the scores here. Singh, then L second. Duval shares third with Roberts.
That's quite a first page you're looking at right there, Jim.
Tiger Woods 137 over the weekend would be the lowest.
Look at those names. You think there's not some class acts up there?
10 players in all in red figures. Hal Sutton's best ever Masters showing. Of course, the top 16 here is so key. Top 16 finishers and ties receive a return invitation to next year's Masters. Three-time champion Nick Faldo had held steady until 75 today, but showed some good signs on the week.
Disappointment for Sergio Garcia.
David Gossett, the United States amateur champion, 20-year-old sophomore from the University of Texas, the only amateur to make the cut here. 57 players in all got to experience the weekend, but no one will savor the experience more than Fijian Vijay Singh.